can't compete with my cubinistic wisdom. Watch me solve my cube, enhance it with some lube. Do a video or two, make a Rubik's Cube rap. Don't you wish you were this cool? Watch me solve my cube, enhance it with some lube. Do a video or two, make a Rubik's Cube rap. Don't you wish you were this cool? Yeah. Okay. Y'all know who it is.
Hi, and welcome to LootTheCube.com's next edition of Cube Review from Hawaii, son. So, at any rate, I guess you're really nobody in the cube world unless you have a nice cube purse.
Yeah, really, because that seems to be a nice trend.
Yeah, I mean, I like this. We're going to talk today about the Big Goose, or Taiyan cube. One really quick shout out to Calvin Fan over at HK Now store. You guys are totally awesome, man. This guy here, I ordered this 2 days after a Cube for You order, and it is here, and I still haven't got my Cube for You order. So I don't know if it's because it's coming from Hong Kong, not Shanghai, or what, but dude, your money, your store rocks. So, open that thing up, Rock.
Okay, like I said before in one of our other new videos, I'm impressed at all the new cubes. I mean, they really seem to be getting better in initial quality. You know, when I first picked this up, it almost feels like a Rubik's brand DIY, but better, by far. I mean, it's quick, it doesn't seem to lock up. Could definitely use some lube. I don't think this comes pre-lubed. And we'll show you the inner hardware of this, but it's pretty money. It doesn't seem to be binding like the others.
This kind of accomplishes what the original .333 dyne chain wanted to do by cutting away and reducing the surface area, but still coming up with a product that doesn't bind necessarily, or not as nearly as much as that particular cube. And you know, one of the initial things that I felt as soon as I got this thing is they call this the Big Goose for a reason, because it's heavy. It's Type A1 heavy.
Yeah, I like it. I do like heavier cubes, and I'll have to say I'm not sure yet, but
well, it's hard to say without lube, so we'll get there. Similarities. One thing that you guys will show you. Is that this has a surface area reducing ridge very similar to the Goja cubes, like the Type A2, for example. Also, the Type A3 has that similar feature as well. We've often made the comment that these cubes are like cubing off-road because you know it makes it feels weird in your hands, almost like bumpy. So this picks up some of that as well. But this design much better than this. And I have yet to be able to make this thing pop. I mean, I think I could if I really.
Tell me about how much adjusting you did with as far as tensioning when you got that.
Really, I put this cube together, so I got it in pieces.
So it does not come.
This one didn't come assembled, so you know, which is fine by me. I like to kind of put them together myself, anyways. But you know, it really. It can be really money. I mean, I'm interested to get some lube on it, get some stickers on it, get some test solves in, and see what we can do. There's a little bit of a popularity going on with this, and you know, it's about $14, $15 to the door.
Well worth it so far from what I've seen. And it looks like the lube for this is really going to be Jigaloo.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm going to use on it. And just the feel of the plastic is very similar to some of the Goja cubes that have done well with Jigaloo. And you know, we'll break that down and show that to you. One thing I want to mention though, I haven't got my Type F2 yet because I'm waiting on Cube for You, of course. But if you look at the edge pieces of both this cube and that cube, they seem to have kind of a similar. This one is a little bit more unique as far as the edges are concerned, but the edges between this and the Type F2 are similar. So I'm anxious to get that cube so we can compare.
Please remember this is an assessment off of one. But it still seems to be great. So comment if you have one of these. Let us know if you have a Big Goose and if it was.
All right, so let's take a look at the edge pieces. You can see this is a real unique design.
Fantastic design in my mind.
I mean, it's real beveled. It's only got the area where it needs to be. Really unique, actually.
This is money. The cube design. They put some thought into this. They really did.
Look at the surface area reducing track, and they have moved it inside, which seems to make more sense.
Yes.
And they minimized it, so you can see the ridge. If you look at it just the right angle, you can see where that surface area ridge is just a little bit higher than the rest of the Cubie.
Yep.
Here is the old Type A2. You can see that the ridge, and here's the Type A3. You see the ridges are a little bit more defined. They're a little higher, a little more raised. And you can see that in the A3, the original A3, they took the same design of trying to cut out and leave only the necessary parts. But sounds like that this is better as far as a anti-pop mechanism. Of course, this is not bad for popping
so
either.
far on the Big Goose, the only thing that seems to be an issue is it doesn't corner very well. I mean, it doesn't corner bad, but it's not the best cornering cube. Here you can see this interesting corner piece for the Goose. Talk to me, Goose.
You know, what's nice about this is even though they cut out a lot of plastic and there's not as much plastic on this, it still really seems that it's a good weight for the cube. I know it's really just a mental thing as far as the weight, but you know most people started with a regular store-bought, so you know that's what they want.
So,
and this accomplishes it. And let's talk a little bit about the lube. We've decided, you know, from our cubinistic wisdom that Jigaloo is going to be the best for this type of plastic.
Yeah, and I'm going to use the method I've shown in two lubes, two cube lubes,
for Jigaloo.
Yeah.
Wait, let me get a better angle in on this. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So basically, I'm just going to pop one. Spray a small amount, pop the edge back, get it around.
Feel like you're getting a good spread in there?
Oh yeah.
Something too with Jigaloo is if you work it in right when you spray it, it won't lock up as much as a CRC.
Pop out the reverse edge, a little bit in, pop it back, work in.
So what do you think? Great improvement? Little improvement? Or?
Looks like it's going to be a pretty good improvement, man.
Let me get my greasy paws on that, man. Yeah, well, I guess it definitely turns better.
It turns with less force, certainly. But I don't know. Some cubers may like to just China wax or the injectable lube, so just to get it a little bit free turning and not mess with the aerosols. I don't know, but
I'd like to see some comments on the other lubes with this. We use Jigaloo, but maybe some CRC, even some cube wax. I'd like to see what that would do on this.
All right, so we're going to do a little summary here of the Big Goose. I haven't really got all the scorecard information together, but I finally want to go ahead and leave you with some parting wisdom. What we go for speed is, it moves pretty good. Got it listed as a 7. The cutting is really kind of the Achilles heel. It does alright, and it really probably depends on the tension as well. I'd say maybe a 5 or a 6. The looser the tension, though, you're going to see that maybe improve a little bit. Forgiveness, it does have a little bit of propensity to lock up, but you saw it there. So also M2s on this particularly lock up. I found that I like to have it relatively loose, and a good thing, and we'll get to structural integrity being a 7, is that it doesn't pop even at looser settings. Typically, now you can get too loose and it will start to pop, but you can keep this cube pretty loose and it won't pop. So that's a good bonus in the structural integrity category. Of course, the caps all stay on as well. Consistency and adaptability, we really can't rate those right now because we just have one. But comment and let us know if these kind of things, attributes, hold true. Overall, I think that its off-road feel kind of keeps it out of the outstanding category, but I would definitely say this makes our recommended list. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.